I have trouble letting go of things.
You do?
Yeah.
So, like, you'll be like...
Like, if Matt pisses me off, like, let's say, like, I don't know, he forgot to do something I asked him to do. Like, he forgot to, like, drop this thing off somewhere.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everything he's ever done comes up to the surface, and I hate his fucking guts, and I want a divorce. I'm just being honest.
That's so very toxic.
Yeah.
It's a bad trait.
And so one time, I was actually telling this story the other day. One time he pissed me off so bad over something very stupid, but everything came to the surface. And I was sitting there just stewing in bed. And I was like, I'm going to show him, scare him a little bit. And I went on divorce.com. And I filled in all the stuff. And then
What is divorce.com?
I don't know. I just looked it up. I found it. And I was like, all right, so it's not really serious, but like I'll get it started so it looks like I'm serious.
This is like somebody in 1999 would have.
It is a thing. It is still a site. Okay, divorce.com. Call us. So satisfying.
We're back. Here we are again. I mean, how thrilling is this? How satisfying is it really?
Honestly, every time I wake up on a Wednesday now, because that's when we choose to record this, I know that I'm going to get to sit and have some QT with you in the car.
Yeah.
We're going to talk. We're going to listen to music. We're going to sing.
And then we're really going to get to it when we get these microphones in front of our faces.
Oh, you know it.
I think about that during the week. I go, I just got to make it to Wednesday.
Just got to get to Wednesday so we can be together again.
Yeah. Or Thursday. We should probably say just got to make it to Thursday because that's when other people... That's when other people can...
oh, look at what I'm doing to you.
I know.
Really?
I'm getting very excited. Well, welcome. It's satisfying. It's satisfying. This is, without exaggeration, the biggest episode of the Satisfying Podcast in history.
Okay.
Okay?
That's a bold statement.
I know it's huge.
It's bold as fuck.
That's right. Because it's announcement day. Today's the day. We are officially out of pilot phase. Well, after today, we'll be out of pilot. This is technically still in the pilot phase, but we're out of pilot phase and we're going to series.
Yes,
we've been
transition.
We've been approved to go to series, which is great accomplishment. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know how we could have done it without everybody.
Right.
But yes, we are going. It's official. This show is going to be moving off this channel. Now, I do also want to address that I've had a couple people reach out going, hey, can I get the show on audio?
Yes, I've heard that as well.
Which is a bummer because no.
You can't.
No, you can't.
But wait a minute. Can't someone just put this on, like you go onto YouTube and then only listen and not watch?
That would be the advice.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
We are...
but do you want to look at us?
I would think so.
I mean, see our beautiful faces.
One more than the other, but I'm sure they'll be happy to see you too.
I love you so much.
Yeah, so unfortunately, that's all we can do right now is YouTube. You know, contracts.
Yeah, the contracts.
The contracts and all that.
Yeah, they say that we can't do that.
So for now, we remain exclusively on YouTube, but not on this YouTube channel. Going forward, and if you go there now, you'll see that there are already some shorts and we'll upload some clips. So something is populating that desert wasteland as it stands.
Not for long, baby.
Not for long, because starting next week, we'll be off the Notsam YouTube channel and we'll be over to the official Satisfying Podcast YouTube channel.
I mean, honestly, I've got like the tingles hearing you say it. Say it one more time.
The Satisfying Podcast YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, you want tingles?
Yeah.
All right. Turn around.
Okay. I'll just close my eyes.
No, look at the wall. Look at the wall.
Okay.
Look at the wall. Ready? Ready?
Yeah. Oh! I just creamed my pants.
You did? I knew it would happen.
Yes!
I knew. Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
Again.
Yep. There we are.
I mean, come on, dude. It doesn't get better than this.
It's official.
Look how good we look in yellow.
It was so much better. The jaundice yellow that it brings out in us. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So the Satisfying Podcast is moving over to the Satisfying YouTube channel. This is how we'll post all this stuff on our social media.
Yes.
But you can also follow us on the Satisfying Podcast social media. So it's at Satisfying Pod on YouTube.
Yes.
It's that same thing for X. As long as it lasts.
I mean, it's close to being a goner.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
If they're like, okay, it's $1 a year.
Yeah.
There won't be a Satisfying Podcast YouTube X account.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
There's no. I mean, as it stands, if you like following on X, we'll have an account.
I don't think I can scrape enough quarters
For the dollar? Not for the whole year. Because then another year will come. It's another 4 quarters.
It's a lot. It's a lot to ask.
But we will be actively populating our Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yeah.
Letting the Chinese have all of it. That's TikTok.
Yes, I know.
Right. Satisfying Podcast. So if you just type Satisfying Podcast, the username is Satisfying Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can follow us there. And on YouTube, it's at Satisfying Pod. If you go YouTube / at Satisfying Pod, you will find our new YouTube channel. I would encourage anybody that is watching this show, that is enjoying us, that wants to continue to enjoy us, follow us over there. Keep up with our shenanigans and everything we've got. Follow us on Instagram, everywhere. It's going to be so terrific.
I mean, it already is so terrific.
So terrific.
So amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be so amazing. So
it.
you're excited about this.
I am excited
about the
this.
yellow in here, the branding.
Yes, it's all coming together. I feel it. I feel fulfilled and satisfied.
And naturally, too.
Right.
Isn't it fun that we figured out this name throughout the process of just getting in here and doing it?
None of you guys gave it to us. You had some great options.
Well,
some not so great options.
Bran Muffins and the Beast. What was it? It was Biggins and the Beast.
Biggins and the Beast.
Biggins and the Beast.
I liked that.
Yeah. Well, you liked that, but it wasn't good for the whole.
And you don't want to be the Beast. You're so handsome.
I appreciate that. Right. And what was the other word? It was A-list movie star, heartthrob, movie star heartthrob, and it wasn't like Nordic. It was something.
I don't know if I saw this one.
No, you said it.
I did.
You said that I was looking very.
Like you looked like you could be like a leading guy.
No.
Like the heartthrob.
And then the next week you told me off the air I looked not Nordic, but like.
Oh, brolic.
Brolic.
You just the ick. All you could remember was the ick part.
Because most women say I give them the ick.
No.
But you meant brolic.
Brolic.
Brolic. I'm gonna write brolic down so I remember. Brolic heartthrob.
Right.
Is me.
Yes. Yeah. You were looking like I don't know, like you were looking like hunky and girthy in a good way, because girthy can be.
And girthy.
I don't know. I think you're very handsome, Sam.
Thank you.
I love
appreciate
you.
that.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I just said hunky. I'm sorry. Girthy. Hunky and girthy.
Never have been described as a hunk
or
a man of specific girth. If I'm being completely honest.
Right. Okay. Well, there's a first time for everything, isn't there?
And that's why I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate all of you guys going on the journey with us and joining us over on at Satisfying Pod.
There you go.
On YouTube. I feel like you would have been very proud of me, especially after our conversation last week, because I know that stuck with you.
Which one?
My social things. I mean, you even brought it up.
Oh, yeah.
After that, I retreat to other rooms.
Were you able to stay in the room when there was some company over recently?
No,
okay.
Not necessarily all that, but, and I guess it's because of the history that we talked about last week of how much of an accomplishment this is.
Okay.
I felt so accomplished because over the weekend, I went out to dinner, not once, but twice.
Stop it.
And was just conversating the whole table the whole time.
And just feeling it? You were in the vibe?
I was in the vibe,
okay.
And the people seemed happy to be there with me.
Look at that. You didn't need to run or hide.
I'm sitting there. I was talking about kids with one of the people from like The Mandalorian.
Okay.
I never seen that show.
Okay.
But he seemed like a great guy.
So now you're like flexing a little bit. You're dropping a name.
I know, but I don't know what his character is.
Okay.
Because I never seen that show.
Okay. But you're talking about it with him.
But that's to say, it can be very intimidating. I'm sure for other people talking to me, it can be very intimidating.
Right.
Talking to handsome leading man celebrities.
Right. Hunky.
For me?
Girthy.
For me?
Right.
Nothing.
It's no big thing.
They seemed interested. Everybody, it was a great time.
Did you feel proud when you left?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Was Jess proud of you?
She wasn't even there.
Okay.
She had to stay home with the kids, unfortunately. I would have loved to have her with.
Sure, pal. Because I love that. So then I'm not really proud of you at all.
Why?
Because the only reason that I would be proud of you is if she said, okay, we're having this dinner with these friends, with these people. It's more if you're able to push through someone that you don't really want to have dinner with.
Oh.
Or hang with, and you push through. So like you clearly were excited about this dinner or these dinners. I'm not as proud. Like you wanted to be there. These were people you were interested in. And you left your wife at home.
She had to take care of the kids.
Yeah, I'm aware.
All right.
Good Lord.
You took that away from me.
Sorry, I'm not proud at all. I love you deeply, but I'm not proud
I thought
of
because
you.
I didn't have her there as a buffer even that it was even more.
No.
But you're saying because it was just,
it was just something you wanted to do. It was a dinner you set up. It wasn't one that you were.
Well, I was invited.
Okay, so whatever, but it was something that you said yes to, and you could have said no. You said yes because you wanted to, because you thought maybe it would help you get ahead in your career, perhaps.
I'm finally gonna make it. Here we go. I'm gonna get ahead. Don't you sit at home, little lady. I'm going to dinner to get ahead.
So while you were having these dinners and were so proud of yourself.
Wow, I did not think this was gonna go that way.
No. Do you know what I was doing?
What? Something that put you in a terrible mood.
I'm not in a terrible mood. I'm not. I'm in a great mood. I was on my way to go see the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert film.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, I don't blame you if you don't want to see it. I love her. I loved the movie. I saw it.
Well, I just look up the music videos on YouTube.
Yeah, that's also a perfectly fine way to go about it.
Plus, I don't need the Taylor Swift Eras popcorn tin.
No, I got that for free though.
You know why I don't need it?
Why? You have one?
You forgot.
Oh, Billy. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Billy. You got the Billy one. Did you pay for that?
Yeah, of course you did. It's very expensive.
Yeah, I didn't pay for my Taylor one. I just got it because,
Well,
I know some
are
people.
just full of information today.
So listen, so when they announced that they were going to have the movie coming out that day, I was like, let me just get the tickets because I know everyone's going to be getting them. They got 100 million, sold 100 million in pre-sale. I bought them.
92.8.
Okay, whatever. So I got the tickets and then I forgot about it. I got the confirmation. I was like, okay, I'll look these back up in my email. I'll do a little search when it's time. So it's approaching and I cannot find the tickets anywhere.
Too many emails.
There's no tickets. And then I was like, did I even buy the tickets? Because that would be something I would do. Like I go through all the forms, I fill out everything, and then I forget to place order.
By the way, I love that you think you have to fill out forms to buy tickets online.
Not forms. I'm saying like
no, I know what you mean. You go through the movie ticket app.
Yeah.
And before you hit confirm, you're just like,
I got him, but I didn't.
Good. I'll just close this app real quick.
So then I couldn't remember what card I put it on. It was a whole thing. Turns out I did the dumbest thing ever. I went through Fandango and used my Venmo to pay for it. Why? That's why I couldn't find it.
You might as well have gone through like the dark web. You didn't want to be traced.
I don't know why I did that. It was the dumbest thing ever, and that's why I couldn't. So then my producer of my other show went ahead.
No, but it's with Venmo. I don't want anybody tracking them.
Good old Ben. I love him. He somehow got on with customer service and was just like,
you had to go to customer.
Oh, it was an ordeal.
Wait, which customer service?
Fandango.
I didn't even know there was Fandango customer service.
And Ben found them. So he
isn't he your he's not your life producer.
He might as well be. He does help me through a lot of these tragedies.
So you called your radio show producer to tell him I don't know where my movie tickets are?
I have called him for things like that are not his job at all, but he happened to be sitting there with me when I was freaking out during the radio show he does produce. The Morning Mashup on SiriusXM. It's one.
So when you were doing your radio show, you were stressing because you couldn't find your movie
because it was last Friday, and I was like, the movie's tonight. The kids are so excited. I'm excited. I effed up this whole thing.
You didn't focus on your work.
No, 0% focus on my show.
You're thinking, and then, that's even worse because it's the morning mashup. Right. And that means it's just Taylor Central. Oh. And so you got to get on the air and be like, we're all so excited for Taylor Swift tonight. And then as soon as you get off the air going, I've disappointed my entire children.
Yeah. It was bad. So he gets me a confirmation that says, okay, you did buy them. This is on this card. These are your seats. So I have that in my email. I'm like, I'll just show that to them when I get to the movie theater and they'll give me the tickets. That's what I decided.
That's not a thing.
So when I got them all the way on the other side of the New York City. Like I'm on the east side. I got them on the west side at a really nice theater where, the big like lean back, like recliner chairs.
Yup, the Terror Squad chairs.
Yeah.
Lean back. Lean back.
So I was very excited and I kept telling everybody, I was like, Matt, we're going to have these sick chairs. It's going to be so awesome.
I know.
Okay. So we go to we're on our way to the west side, right? So we're walking down the street trying to get
the theater by the West Side Highway, like all the way there?
No,
like the new one,
it was on Broadway.
Okay.
So we're walking and who do we run into?
I don't know.
My old nanny. The last nanny we had for my children, who I fired very angrily.
Why'd you fire her?
She sucked. Okay. She sucked.
Did you tell her as much?
No, I mean, I basically did because it like the last time I talked to her was like last summer. She like forgot to come in one day. Like when she was like, I didn't think I was working today. I was like, when? Like, I need you. What are you doing?
Right.
And there was a lot of things. Like she would leave to bring them for something. Like if gymnastics was at 4:00, she'd leave at like 4:10 to bring. I'm paying tons of money for that. Like,
no, that's fair. Very, very reasonable. That's literally the gig.
That's the gig. She left like their book bags in the park once. What are you doing?
Come on.
So, and I kept
What are we even thinking about?
I mean, yeah.
What, are you worried about your Taylor Swift tickets while you're at work?
Yes. Very focused. Would call out sick all the time. And Matt liked her. And so he kept giving her more chances. And then the last time she didn't show up, I had it.
Was she good looking?
No. You think I would ever hire a hot nanny?
Well,
I'm not
a
that
lot of people make that
I
mistake.
am well aware who I married. That would not end well.
Good for you.
So
Although you talk to Arnold Schwarzenegger, sometimes it doesn't even matter if they're good looking.
Clearly.
Just a female in the house.
You have a hole? Let's do this. It was ugly. And she was like, I don't understand like what I did. And I was like, well, and then I gave her, like, I went back to the text. I said all the horrible things of shit. Like I gave her a list and I was like, I appreciate you for everything you've done. Thank you so much. We don't need you anymore.
You had the receipts.
I had the receipts.
Sometimes you don't want to ask why.
Yeah, let's just like let it go. But she was pissed.
I've got a reason.
So we run into her and I see it and I'm like, we can't like get away. And the last time we talked to her, it was like uncomfortable. So then Matt, like he's like you, like he's like, let's lean into this discomfort. And he's like, let's call, I'm going to give her a different name.
That'd be great.
Molly, I'll call her. That's not her name at all. Molly, how are you? And goes and gives her a big head. Nicole, look, it's Molly. Like he's just fucking with me, right? So we're talking to her and then she proceeds to say, Nicole, I text you. And I heard you got hit by a car. I text you. And I was like, I'm so sorry I never got it. She was like, are you sure? Kind of like she thought I was ignoring her. And she was like, I had a dream that you got hit by a car, then saw one of the old moms that I used to know, and she told me that you were in a horrible accident. Did she fucking like hex me? Did she voodoo doll me?
There's a good chance, yes.
And also a weird thing to say to someone.
I mean, yeah. I think I might have done that.
I think I might have done that.
That car accident, I think I did that.
So Matt's like, okay, like say hi to Molly and blah, 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 blah. And we're kind of doing the whole, just like when we're ready for someone to leave our house. Okay, time's up. Like, gotta go. Gotta get to that movie. And as we start to walk, Keegan goes, Danny, remember when my mom fired you? Why'd she fire you? Oh, I can feel it now. My heart's beating so fast. I wanted to die, Sam. It was your dream.
I mean, I'd be like, yeah, high-fiving Keegan. Yes. You know what it turned into? It's Stifler in Old School when he goes, that was awesome.
Yes, that's basically what you would say.
Yeah.
But like,
because you almost got out of it.
I was so close.
And you're thinking about the movie.
I'm there. I don't even have the tickets. I have this odd confirmation.
Oh, that's right. Because you also think that you're going to go and give him a receipt or something.
So she's like, what, Keegan? And Matt goes, nothing, gotta go. And like grabs him. And she heard. She 1,000,000% heard.
1,000% she heard that.
Remember when my mom fired you? Why'd she fire you?
Especially because fire
that's
is used twice.
Yes, that fire, which is ugly. And then it's like, why are you telling your kids that?
Right.
Like, I cared for your children.
Oh my God. Because now she knows you didn't just say like, oh, Molly found another job. Molly can't come anymore. You said, I fired Molly.
I probably said in anger, and I know this is not appropriate, Keegan, I fired that bitch. She's not coming around anymore. I know.
She's not coming around anymore.
No mo.
No mo. She ain't coming around no mo.
No mo. So we get in the car. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, why would you do that? He was like, I just wanted to know why.
That's not that kid's fault.
No, it's fucking his fault. But like to him, he's stating he likes to state facts. Like, oh, that's blue.
Well, he's a small child.
Like we had a new doorman once. Did I ever tell you about poor Jason?
What about Jason?
He comes in his first day and he's like, hey, and good to see you guys. And Keegan went, you're bold, and just kept walking.
Look, that hurts me.
No, but you chose to be bold. He's not choosing it.
God brought me halfway there.
Okay.
Okay.
But like, it's a lot of just like, what? Like, it's like.
You're bold. He's Jim Carrey and Liar.
Yes.
You're fat.
Yes.
What's up? Nothing besides your cholesterol.
Yes. Yeah. So I get it, but I just wanted to crawl into a hole.
Yeah.
And just
But
die.
But no part of you goes, that little small child, if I hadn't told that little child, I fired that bitch, she ain't gonna be around here no mo.
Well, you know what Parker said?
What?
The 9-year-old goes, oh, like she liked it too.
She thought it was awesome.
I don't think she was a fan of Molly at the end.
Right.
So she was like, oh, like she wanted to be like, oh shit.
Right. Now, did she say, oh, like afterwards? Or
No.
right when it happened?
Molly heard her go, oh.
So, hey, Molly, remember when Mom fired you? Why'd she fire you?
Oh! like he just dissed her.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to die.
Like it's the end of Wild and Out, and everybody's just in a
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. So then that happened, and I wanted to die.
Yeah.
So we get in, and I'm just like, and I kept looking over at Matt, and I was like, why? Like I couldn't shake the ickies. I just had that like douche chills. I just wanted to.
And it's here, right? It's in your gut. It's in your gut, like I've done wrong.
Oh, I just wanted to. Yeah. And she was telling us how much she missed us, and it was just like, yeah.
No.
So then we get over to the west side, and we're like, all right, this place is right near the theater that you have tickets for.
Right.
So we go into this restaurant. We have a nice family dinner.
Park
and
the car.
There's no car.
Or you
We
just
took a cab.
Cab.
Paid money for a cab all the way to the west side.
Oh.
Go in, and I'm like, so sir, I have this confirmation. Can you please give me my tickets? It says the seats and everything. He goes, that's not at this theater. It was not at this theater at all.
I thought you were going to say, that's not a ticket.
No. This is not, I see that there's tickets here.
Right.
That is not for this theater. You are at the wrong theater. You are actually 2 seconds away from your house, the theater that you bought the tickets for. It's like 2-minute walk from your house. This is the theater that you have the tickets for.
So you didn't have to go on your embarrassing odyssey.
Didn't have to have my son tell our old nanny that she was fired. Why were you fired? Didn't need to spend easily $50 in cabs back and forth.
Hear your daughter say,
Oh. And so then Matt looked at me, and all he can say is like, if I fucking did this, you would end me. Like you, and
Would
he's
you end
right.
him?
End him.
you wouldn't think it was kind of funny?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay.
It is, the movie starts at 6:00. It is 5:47.
Wow.
So we get in a cab. No one's speaking to me. Everyone hates my guts.
Even the children?
The children, Parker wouldn't look at me. Wow. She was like, you monster.
You got 9.
Oh! So,
Yeah. Miss, this isn't for this theater.
Oh. So literally, also, I was like, we can go to the candy store and you can get any candy you want. We're not going to get the movie theater candy. You can get like a big bag of candy. Guess where we got the candy? Before we went to the West Side, right next to the movie theater that I actually had tickets for.
Oh.
So like, yeah, just gets worse and worse.
That's a different O.
Then we get, so we get there and I go to the next person. Hey, here's my confirmation. Can we have the tickets? They're like, man, this is not these. We can't print tickets for this. You're going to have to call Fandango or Venmo. What do you do?
I don't even.
I asked for 5 managers and finally was able to figure it out. And we got in there and everything was all well. But that was my last Friday night. Sucked monkey dick.
Well, what did you? Yeah, you said. Can I speak to your manager?
No.
You're the one who lost the tickets.
No. They called the manager to be like, we don't know what to do with this. What is this thing, this email you're showing
And
us?
it's the Taylor movie.
They guess who I called?
Who?
Ben, my producer, and was like, help me. You got this confirmation. They're not taking it.
Can you imagine Ben's life when he's like,
Oh, he hates me. I mean, he loves me, but he
But-
definitely. Yeah.
he's like out with his friends? Nicole.
Oh, what the fuck does she need?
She just needs help with her life.
Oh my gosh. So yeah.
So after 5 managers, they let you in.
Yeah, well, it was odd.
Were you late?
No, the trailers had started, which I don't
wow.
ever want to watch anyway, so that was fine. But
But you walked into a dark theater.
yes, which
Like
I hate.
The
and you're
evening
like,
had started.
and you're like walking over people
Because everybody else was already seated.
Ugh.
Because they didn't go to the West Side and embarrass themselves in front of their ex-nanny.
Leave the east side, go to the west side, and go back to the east side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And have an awkward run-in with your ex-nanny, your fired nanny.
Oh.
So I did want to share that with you. I couldn't wait to share it with you because you live for stories like that.
I would have gone with you the entire time and then just left before the movie started. Like, okay, show's over.
But like, what if they weren't able to print the tickets, and then after all of that, we went home.
Yeah, you went home.
Didn't get to do
Oh,
anything.
your family would have hated you.
I mean,
like, but your husband Matt didn't want to go see. It was more just out of principle.
He didn't want to go see that fucking movie.
But the kids wanted to see it.
Yeah, we were trying to do it. You got to do nice things for your children sometimes.
The family thing.
Yeah, I don't need to see it. I already saw the show. I don't want to go to the movies on a Friday night. I want to hang out with my friends and drink.
What's interesting?
Sorry, I'm just being honest.
No, it's good to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just very interesting because I feel like when people get older,
Mm-hmm.
like an adult, like maybe when you're in college, maybe when you're right out of college, you start looking at your parents differently because you realize they're human beings. You start to see that, they're flawed people. They're just trying to figure it out like the rest of us. And your kids are there at 6 and 9. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and this is not the first time. Like this is one of many times where I'm like, how am I a mom?
Right.
Like how have I kept them alive?
Right.
How have I not completely effed them up?
Yeah, and I mean it is a good lesson. Like, if anybody's out there like nervous about being a parent,
Like you're just gonna mess.
literally anyone could do it.
I mean, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. Anybody. And I remember being scared when I came home from the hospital with her and I cried and I was like, what do I do now? And my mother-in-law was like, people are literally squatting in fields like in Africa, pushing babies out. You're fine.
Yeah.
You got it.
Hey,
You
first
got it.
world, you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, you'll
Exactly.
be all right.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. Wow. So you do in those moments go like, I don't think I'm fit for this?
A million times over and over. And I say it sometimes, and then I say it not to them, but like I'll say it to Matt. So like I was trying to play victim.
I don't think I should be a parent.
I'm the worst mom ever. And he's like, no, you're not. I'm like,
That's annoying that you do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Fire their nannies.
I mean, I guess, but then there's
tickets.
like the
But from start to finish, I effed up that night. Like it was like one thing after the other that I messed up, from like the tickets to the wrong movie theater
Hideous.
to like the running to the nanny and letting my kids say that. Like it was just.
But did you ever see The Curious Case of Natalia Grace?
No, what is that? You just said that like, of course I should have.
Well, it's a docuseries because it made me think of it when you said I'm the worst mom ever.
Oh, Natalia Grace is the
little person that they didn't know if
I am
she was
not
like,
the worst mom ever.
Yeah, she made that little girl stand there and look at the wall until she urinated and defecated herself.
And then also, didn't she do like
She made her son piss on the bed.
Didn't she decide that she was just like 20 something and was like, you can go live on your own now?
Yeah.
Right?
It was a wild story.
It was a wild story.
At first, you're watching it going like, oh, this is like that movie Orphan, one of my horror movies, right?
Yes.
Where this Natalia Grace is scamming them, right? And she's not actually that. She's an adult, like pretend.
Okay.
And then the more you watch, the more you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Wait, how did you leave that TV show? Did you?
I left that show going, there are no good people on this program.
But do you think she was scamming them and she was? Or
No, I don't think she was scamming them. I think she was involved. For those that don't know,
she was a pawn.
Yeah, I think she was
in
a
the
pawn
adoption process.
in a bigger thing. It's like this story of, I think it's on Max now. I think it was on Discovery or something.
No, I think it was on straight up Netflix.
Was it on Netflix?
I don't know. Who cares?
It's on one of the streamers. If you Google Curious Case of Natalia Grace, I think I talked about it on Sam Roberts Now.
Okay. It was very upsetting. You are not wrong.
Yeah, it was like, but it was, maybe it was even on Peacock. I don't know. It was on something that like.
One of those streaming services.
So many.
Oh my God.
Although I love Peacock.
Yeah.
But I'm on it. But it was one of the few in recent memory that I turned it on to watch an episode and like went right through it. I was up until like, 12:30 at night watching the whole thing because it was so compelling.
Yeah.
Because like it's about this family that gets this girl and she's like, little, and first they're like, oh, maybe she has something wrong. Then they're like, but she had pubic hair. But so all this stuff. But
at 6.
And then the further you get into the doc, it's like,
Do you know that can happen? I actually know a girl who was born with pubic hair, and I felt horrible.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you don't want to be in gym class as the last person with pubes, but you also really don't want to be the first person.
Well, you want to know something that I'm struggling with?
Pubes.
I don't have pubes anymore. And I haven't for a long time. I lasered them a long time ago when everybody started doing that.
Right.
So what's going to happen is Parker's going to start getting pubes, and then what? She's going to be like, "Why am I hairy?
Right.
And you're bald like a baby's butt." What I'm going to say?
Do you worry too that was a very sort of like
it was
10
a trendy
years ago
thing?
trend?
Nah.
You're
Because
fine
even
with
if like full disco bush comes back, I'm fine.
Right. You'll get a merkin?
I'm not going to get a merkin.
Why not?
You know you can buy merkins on Amazon. Did we talk about this? You can get a merkin on Amazon. I don't have one. I don't know. But
you searched them though?
No, but I searched
just
them.
In case.
Yeah, just in case. They come back and I just, want to dress up in one.
You're right.
Yeah, but I've thought about that because like we're kind of a nude family. Like we're not like nudists, but like I don't like cover up when I'm getting dressed.
Sure. I think that's healthy.
My children have seen me naked. So
Right.
when she starts to get hair or he starts to get hair, they're going to be like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah.
Well, not Matt. Matt's got a little bit. I mean, he trims.
Yeah, we should get a Manscaped sponsorship and talk
Correct.
about him. Yeah, so as I was watching the Natalia Grace thing, I was like, I don't think she was scamming them, making them believe that.
Right.
Like, I don't think she was the mastermind.
Right.
I don't think she was as young as they said she was.
Correct.
But I don't think she was that much older.
Right.
Like, do I think she was? Because
she wasn't ready to live on her own.
No, but I also don't think she was like 11.
Correct.
Right?
I agree with you.
Because at some point, like, it just becomes so difficult that they have her live on her own. They have her declared 18 and she has to live on her own. I don't think she was 18.
No, I don't either.
I also don't think she was mentally ready to live on her own.
Also, that father.
Yeah.
He's
the greatest character in television history.
He was the real kook. Like I've never in my, I know, you're doing it perfectly already.
People have called me a kook.
They have.
They don't understand what I've been through.
I was like, is this an actor?
He goes, the best part of the whole thing was when he goes, you want to see what she did? Okay. You have a wide shot? You have a wide shot?
Yes, that's when I was like, wait, is this dude real?
It's so performative.
Oh.
And then they one scene where they leave the mics on, and like the poor son. Oh my God! Don't you want to hold the son and go like
him.
this clear like son who needs special care?
Clearly,
Right, and it didn't even get standard care.
Why did you call him an it?
No, I didn't say
You
it.
just said an it did not get standard.
I said it. He
Okay, well, agree to
didn't.
disagree.
Nope.
Okay.
Didn't get standard care.
He
Is what I said. Anyway, and like he goes, "Well, I didn't tell him about when she kicked her down the stairs." And you're like, "She kicked her down the stairs," and then you can hear him going, "Oh no, I left my mic on."
Oh,
And he just feels so bad, but also
yeah. And of course, they added that to the docuseries.
right. They left it all in.
That was not going to be taken out. That was going to be left on the cutting room floor.
She kicked her down the stairs. I think that's valuable information.
Thank you.
And you never kicked your kids down the stairs. Is my point.
No.
And you live in an apartment on an upper floor.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stairs to get kicked down.
I mean, I could throw them off the balcony if I wanted.
You never have.
I would never do that. I'm a better mom, and he's
See?
a better dad than those people. You're right. Thank you.
There you go.
I feel better.
And next time you have one of those moments, text me and I'll send you the link to Natalia Grace.
Just give me a quick like, you're fine.
You're right.
You're not that bad.
Some people kick them downstairs, pee on their beds, like do all kinds of craziness.
Gross shit.
Craziness.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel good though. I feel like I just got that out. I don't want to ever talk about it.
You're innocent of it now.
Yeah, like it's out. I messed up, and we're gonna start fresh.
I think you're right.
Keep it moving.
I think you're right. Speaking of people messing up, I've been wanting to have this conversation with you or you.
Okay.
I'm interested in your because people are talking about comedians lying a lot lately.
Okay.
You know, like
about what?
Well, I guess Hassan Minhaj.
Oh, I thought you say things really weird.
I pronounced that weird on purpose.
Okay.
Hassan Minhaj.
Okay, good.
He was in line to get the Daily Show.
I did know that.
He seems like a good pick for the Daily Show, right?
Yeah, and
comedian who talks about politics.
The one stand-up I saw of him, I don't remember when it was. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I laughed.
He had that whole Netflix show where he was talking about like political issues every week, you know? So he was in line to get it. They did, when Trevor Noah left, they gave all the guest hosts, you know, a week to do it. And it was fine, whatever. But an article came out where somebody went through his stand-up.
Okay.
And they found like all these stories that he had told.
Okay.
And the stories were exaggerated. They weren't true.
Well, stories of like stand-up stories?
So it was more like stories that have to do, they have like political and racial connotations. It was like during when the Patriot Act happened, an agent that was in his mosque, or like he told a story of going to the prom. That was a big one. He told a story of going to the prom.
It was just complete fabrication.
Where the mother didn't want the date, going to the prom with like a Muslim guy or whatever. And and the prom date even said like they found out that I went to the prom with him, and they were like,
so did some digging,
harassing the mother. Like they've been doing this for years.
Okay.
But they did some digging, and they were like, these stories aren't true. Like these didn't happen.
You can't, I mean, you can exaggerate. I think most comedians exaggerate a little bit for like effect, but you can't just straight up lie, especially when there's stories that people, I mean, these days everyone's digging and trying to like.
They love it.
They love to find out that you're lying or like that something's up.
Yeah. And Hassan said they were exaggerated to present an emotional truth, I believe is what he said.
No, but it's about a person that's real.
Right.
You can't just make that up and be like, this family, there's prom specifically, there's photographic evidence of prom. We all have our prom pictures.
There were way more people at that prom than just Hassan.
Correct. You can't say that because people are going to be like, oh, no, actually I was there. And her parents would never have said anything like that.
But also like emotional truths. I mean, I think that people's emotions are real.
Yeah.
But like, if you're like, this happened and it made me feel like that happened, then you go, well, okay, that you feel that way, but that doesn't mean that happened.
But there's other ways to get across those emotional truths.
You talk about why this happening made you feel this way, but you can't go like, oh, I felt like that happened, so I'm just going to tell you that happened.
I'm sure you've been treated poorly or felt that you were treated a certain way, Hassan, because of your race.
But not poorly enough for the bit.
Perhaps not. But you can't.
But then he's not the first comic, and it's weird because like I feel like more and more, especially because there's so many comedians doing podcasts now, right? And comedians are just publicly talking all the time instead of just being responsible for an hour.
Yes.
They're responsible for an hour every single week, or 2 or 3 hours a week, whatever it is.
Not just an hour, not just when they're performing, but like on social media when they write their thoughts down on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't know what it's called. It's $1. I don't know what it's called.
Twix. Let's just call it Twix.
Twix. Yeah. Yeah. And there's like a real sort of, well, every comedian exaggerates the truth. It's okay to exaggerate the truth. And there's even like times where you go, even if that story is not true, it's still funny, so it's okay. But then I go, well, if the story is only funny,
if you're exaggerating
because it happened and it didn't happen, then that's not funny. Anybody could think of a wild story.
Yeah, but the funniest stories are the real ones.
That's why. This is funny because it happened.
It actually happened. I lived through it.
Like if you were like, and then I was talking to my nanny and like this helicopter crashed behind us. And it was like, whoa, that's so funny if that happened. You're like, oh no, just the nanny part happened, not the helicopter. I'd be like, just tell me what happened. It's funny because it happened.
So is he like fully getting canceled now?
Well, low-key canceled.
Okay.
I feel like it's a low-key cancellation. I also, Comedy Central goes, we're going to go back to guest hosts.
They're really upset with him.
I don't know if that's the other thing. When these things happen, I don't know who's upset with who, as much as it's like, we don't want to deal with this. Right? I don't think that they're like, oh, we're mad about this. They're like, oh, we don't want to deal with this.
Also, we've all done and said things. I mean, I guess it's a little different. We've all done and said things that we probably regret or would hope that doesn't get like dug up from our past.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
like
Kevin Hart dealt with that at the Oscars.
Yeah. And then I can't think of the guy's name, the comic. He was supposed to be on SNL. Like he had gotten the job to be one of
Shane Gillis.
Shane.
Who's like, by the way,
the funniest dude ever.
And the king now.
I love him. But didn't something happen like where it came out that he had said something xenophobic like on Twix and then it got dug up?
Shane was doing his comedy.
I don't know what it is. I might be misspeaking, but something that people were like, oh no, now you're not going to be on SNL anymore.
Right.
I like Shane. I think he's very funny.
And Shane wasn't even lying. It was just like he was doing
a bit
objectionable material.
Correct.
Which, I mean, he's still...
I hope you do that voice every time you say objectionable material.
Oh, this material is objectionable. Yes, we should not have this.
They're comedians.
I mean...
We need them to use objectionable material.
But not lie.
Oh, God,
But not as an excuse for lying.
Fair.
Like when it's like, oh, no, that didn't happen. That was... Because if it's a joke, and it's so clearly a joke, then of course that's fine. Nobody's sitting there going like, we should connect you to a lie detector.
Yeah.
But if it's like, no, this is a story I'm telling you, and isn't it funny? Like one of the reasons I'm a comic is because I tell these great stories, and they're so interesting. And I'm like, yeah, it's interesting, but it can't be an Aesop fairy tale.
No. Is it Aesop's Fables?
A fable's fairy tale.
I guess it's the same, but I think the actual thing on the book says Aesop's Fables. I just like to. I'm rarely right, so I like to call out.
You're right on that one.
Okay, thank you.
You're right on that one. Yeah, you nail that one pretty good. Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like all comics are like I feel like they
liars.
They're not all liars.
All comedians
no, but
are
I feel
liars.
Like people are after every comic. Like I feel like it's got to be scary to be a comic right now to get up and say anything because everyone's on you.
Well, there is that line of accountability where it's like, you shouldn't lie, but also your joke shouldn't be held in the same breath as like a political statement, right? There's a big difference between going out there and going like, this is how I feel, and what Shane did, which is like using an Asian accent.
What is Hassan? Is Hassan sad? Like,
yeah, he's not. I don't think he's really talking.
Okay, so
because I don't
know why I asked if he's sad. Like you just talked to him on the phone. I just don't understand.
You all right, bro?
No, but and what can he do? Like, put out a public apology with a corsage to that poor girl who he went to prom with?
I think if he sends a corsage, it'll go a long way.
Yeah.
I think that'll make me feel better personally.
Make me feel good about it.
I would love it if you would send a corsage.
Right.
I think the only thing you could do is wait it out.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what Comedy Central is doing. I think because they're back to guest hosts. And I think they're just gonna let this play out for like a month.
And then bring him back?
Of course.
But will he have to do a public apology with a corsage to get back?
No.
You think they'll just bring him back and they'll forget? Well, that's what I was talking to somebody in the industry that was dealing with something where there was bad press. And I was...
Scooter?
No. I was talking to somebody and I was like, dude, relax. It's literally just like what people are obsessed with in that moment. They will forget as soon as the next story is up. It's almost like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like people have the attention span of a goldfish. It's unreal when it comes to like scandal and things like that.
Yeah, they really do, because it's just so like interesting and juicy as it's happening.
And you're over it.
But once you move on,
I'm
or if you just keep charging forward,
Right.
as if nothing's happening,
Right.
eventually people get bored.
We're gonna remember that you said this because I want to see if in a month or so, maybe even 2 months, if they bring him back.
That would be my guess, because like Roy Wood Jr. would have been a great host for that show.
Who?
Roy Wood Jr. He's like a great comic.
Oh, I don't know.
And he was a correspondent on The Daily Show, but he quit.
Okay.
And I think that's because he didn't get the gig.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, he's
Yeah.
been a correspondent for a long time. He's done a great job. It's like, all right, guys, I
Move
go
on.
where I'm wanted.
Yes.
Right? So, but other than that, I mean, unless they get like Aaron Rodgers, which is probably the pick that I would make, get Aaron Rodgers to go in and host The Daily Show.
He has some interesting commentary.
It's hilarious.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's absurd.
Just unreal.
And he loves making it.
Yeah.
Right? Like like any opportunity he gets, he loves to just get a little.
Did you watch Hard Knocks?
Some of it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like I watched maybe an episode or two, and Matt was watching it, and like they bring Liev Schreiber in at one point, or he comes to like watch them practice, the Jets practice, and Aaron's there being like, show some respect, like telling the other players like,
hey,
go, show some respect to Liev Schreiber, like
Ray Donovan's here.
Yeah, like totally.
Hey guys, Cotton Weary just walked in. Show some respect.
He was like a dad. It was just like the way he carries himself and the way that things come out of his mouth. It's just very bizarre.
Hey, show some respect.
Yeah.
He's a locker room leader.
Yeah.
You got to have a locker room leader.
Not anymore.
Well, he still gets to go in the locker room.
Yeah, I suppose.
He's still got access.
Busted ass. Achilles.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, unless you're doing that. But I think like, I just think there's too much, like when Steve Ranazizi got caught.
Who are all these people? Who's Steve Ranazizi?
You didn't hear about Steve Ranazizi lying about 9/11?
Is he a comedian?
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you can't lie about 9/11.
He lied about 9/11.
That's not a thing. Who's lying about 9/11? It happened. We know what happened.
No. He said he was there.
Oh, that's not cool at all.
Yeah, and he was like, I wasn't there.
But how did they find out that he wasn't there? Did someone do digging and like?
They dug it up because he told the story publicly multiple times.
It was a bad alibi.
He told it on Stern.
Oh, where was he?
On Stern.
He was on Stern. No, was he on Stern when he was supposed to be?
No, he's just a different.
That was a terrible alibi then. There is video proof.
Yeah, it was on 9/11. Howard was like, I can't believe the towers just got hit. And Steve was like, I know, I was there.
I was there.
And Howard's like, you've been here the whole time. What the hell are you talking about, dude? No, he was on. I think he was in a different part of the city or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly
Okay.
where he was, but he was not there.
Okay.
And or maybe he wasn't even in. I don't remember. But he explained himself and he apologized and he was like, look, it was one of those stories that like you start telling for attention and you tell it to other comics and then this comic says this, and there is this culture in comedy where the story outweighs everything.
Yep.
Whether you're like doing a bit or not,
Yep.
it's just that's kind of the culture where it's just like, well, the story's good, so don't ruin the story.
Right.
But then you end up being like, oh, you could just lie about stuff.
I mean, just this day and age, like social media alone will always ruin the story. You can always dig it up. You can always find receipts. You can always find evidence.
And then I wonder if like, because like the people who don't like Hassan, for example, forever, like they're the ones who will never let go of this. So no matter what he said, the minute he says something like on the Daily Show, he's like, this is what's really going on. Yeah, right.
Sure, pal.
Yeah, right. Is that one of your emotional truths?
Just like prom.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah. Why don't we ask your prom date? Just like that really happened, huh? Oh, really?
They'll hold on to it for dear life.
And I mean, I never have a problem with people being petty.
No.
I think it's funny.
And I'll hold a grudge if it's for,
You do
especially for, I'm a horrible grudge holder.
How long will you hold a grudge for?
A good amount of time. I've been like that since I'm young. It's not something I'm proud of. I have trouble letting go of things.
You do?
Yes.
So like you'll be like
if Matt pisses me off, like let's say like, I don't know, he forgot to do something I asked him to do. Like he forgot to like drop this thing off somewhere.
yeah.
All of a sudden, everything he's ever done comes up to the surface and I hate his fucking guts and I want a divorce. I'm just being
That's
honest.
so very toxic.
Yeah.
It's a bad trait.
And so one time, I was actually telling this story the other day. One time he pissed me off so bad over something very stupid, but everything came to the surface. And I was sitting there just stewing in bed. And I was like, I'm going to show him, scare him a little bit. And I went on divorce.com. And I filled in all the stuff. And then I
What
was
is
like,
divorce.com?
I don't know. I just
Okay.
looked it up. I found it. And I was like, all right, so it's not really serious, but like I'll get it started so it looks like I'm serious.
This is like somebody in 1999 would have.
It is a thing. It is still a site. Okay, divorce.com. Call us. We need sponsors. So he must have seen it, and like we had to talk about it. Now it's sort of a joke, but I still to this day, I've gotten one today. I get spam from divorce.com. They still email me. Thankfully, you never know. You can always use a divorce. Could piss me off a lot one day. But yeah, divorce.com. Yeah, I have a lot of trouble letting things go.
Do you need to get satisfied? Get a divorce. Yeah. So, but that's all. Yeah, that's indicative. The fact that it all comes bubbling up would mean that you never let it go to begin with.
No.
It's still all there.
It's all there. I say that it's over.
But it's never. Nothing's over.
No, it's never over.
You're Rocky and Pettiness. just clinging on to everything that's bothered you about him.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah,
it's
kind of
like it's kind of like people who say like I'll forgive but I never forget. I don't know why I did that accent. Was that my Rocky? It was terrible Rocky.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I do. I forgive, but I do not ever forget. And I wish I could forget sometimes.
And I feel like you only forgive in the moment.
Yeah, it's like, not real.
It ain't over.
Honey, it's okay. Let's move on.
Does he know it's not okay?
He is well aware.
Right, like this is gonna haunt me for a very long time.
Yeah, he's always like, and then now this is his thing. Like once he's in trouble for something, or if he's like, I'm pissed at him about something, he's like, it's kind of like if you're on a diet and you like, I don't know, eat a donut and you're like, oh, all right, this day is shot. Let's just eat like shit the rest of the day. Like once he's pissed me off, he's like, it's all out. Like, and he like if he doesn't come home till like I don't know 3 a.m. then. Right. He's like, I'm already in trouble. I might as well go balls to the wall. Really piss her off.
Okay, because you're not gonna get like you're just gonna keep revving yourself up.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get less pissed.
No, so it doesn't matter. Even if he did the smallest thing, or I'm gonna be equally pissed.
So you see how that would work against you.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm just
all right.
talking about our downfalls. Don't piss me off, Sam. Don't you dare.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I can't tell you. It's been multiple times that people have said, "Oh, you don't like that person, right?" And I'll go, "What?" And they'll go,
"Because you legit forget."
100% I've forgotten. They're like, "You said you were never going to talk to him again." I was like,
"I did."
Yeah, no, I don't care about that guy. I'm totally fine with it.
So you're indifferent, which is worse than not liking, which is worse than hating.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't even occur to me.
Right.
Oh, like I forgot. Not only do I not have a problem with them, I forgot I ever did.
They don't even register.
They don't
for me.
They don't, and not even in a passive aggressive way. Just
sure,
like,
pal. Sure.
You think everything is the worst?
I mean,
I don't remember these things happen. Like in the moment, I go like, "Oh, you know what? Fuck him." And then like 2 years later, somebody be like, "You said fuck him."
Did you forget that you don't like Guy Fieri?
I don't care about Guy Fieri.
I'm aware. It stopped saying Fieri.
Well, I'm never gonna stop saying Guy Fieri, but I don't care. In fact, they said he's opening a chicken place in Times Square. I bet it's gonna be great. I'm gonna go.
Well, you love chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a freebie from him.
I'm sure you will, just so we can get off your shit list.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Off your indifference list.
And here's the other thing. This is what people don't understand. Guy Fieri, people like, if a celebrity comes even close to being like on my bad side, I mean, I'm just gonna go to town with that.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
But it's just fun.
Right.
And I could just keep going and going and going because they're up here and I'm down here.
Would you say?
But I don't care.
You like you have no problem shitting on a celebrity if they piss you off.
Oh, I mean, yeah, if they started it.
If they started it.
Oh my God, it's the best. If they started, it's over. It's on.
It's on.
You tell me where we're going, right? That's my thing. I'm not just gonna attack.
No.
But if you're coming at me, it's like, oh, we're doing that?
Okay.
Cool.
Yes. Let's do this.
That sounds awesome. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I don't care.
I don't like the things you were saying to me. You didn't say it publicly, so I'm not gonna start a fight, but I don't like the things you were saying to me about Jeremy Allen White.
Who's Jeremy Allen White?
Exactly. He's the guy from Shameless, from The Bear. He's going to be in the wrestling movie you just showed me.
I didn't say anything bad about him.
Yeah, you said he's soft in the face.
I said he got a soft face.
Yeah, but that's not nice. He's hot and cool.
I didn't say he wasn't hot or cool. I said he's got a soft face.
Yeah, and you said something about him like drinking, like...
I said the idea that he drinks is not hard for me to believe because he looks like he's in great shape but likes to have a cocktail.
What does that mean, though? Don't come for him.
He's a Von Erich.
Oh, Von Erich. Oh, the guy, one of the wrestlers. Okay, what the fuck is Von Erich?
I'm not coming. First of all, I watched Shameless. I didn't watch The Bear, but I watched all.
You didn't watch The Bear?
No, I don't care.
Stop it! You make me watch shit. You make me watch Saw 10. Fuck you. You're watching The Bear now.
It's a whole series.
You what?
It's a whole series.
So what?
Everybody says it's great.
It's
My
so
wife
good.
likes it, but I think she just likes it because he's a handsome guy.
He is a handsome, but he's not really handsome. Like everyone is
Rugged.
Yes, he's rugged. Yeah,
Ruggedly
he's got a little
handsome.
bit of a bad boy thing going on.
Exactly.
And
because it looks like he's in great shape, but he's down for a good time. You know what I mean?
I wish he would be down for a good time with me.
A little soft in the face.
He's not soft in the face.
All
I don't know
right.
what that means. Like he's ripped, but soft in the face. Can you be ripped in the face?
Well, you can have have
Chiseled.
a tight face. Yeah.
I just don't think that I don't like that he there's a whole thing out there that he's got to take a breathalyzer and see go to AA classes
You're pretty upset about this.
I don't like it because I feel like that I can't see him doing that. I don't know him personally.
Right.
But I want to believe that that's not what's going on and that this is just an ugly divorce where it's he said, she said. And
well, there's a good chance that that's true. Divorces get real ugly and and people definitely magnify even minor bad habits.
But you think he probably boozes and probably needs that breathalyzer?
I don't think he needs the breathalyzer.
No, me neither. See?
I'm not shitting on him.
Okay, you said he's soft in the face. I don't like that. I didn't take kindly to that.
Okay, well, you booze.
I do booze.
Is that an insult? If I'm Nicole loves to booze.
No.
So you could booze with Carrie Von Erich.
I think it was more. What's his name?
Carrie Von Erich.
Carrie? Is Carrie the name of the dude? Does he die in real life? Did he die?
You don't want me to tell you about the Von Erichs.
I know the kids had a horrible life, right?
Yeah. There's 6 of them.
There were 6? I thought there was 4.
6 boys. There's 1 left.
They all died.
It ain't Carrie.
Wait, I'm sorry. Well, because I feel so strongly about Jeremy Allen White. Yeah. He's dead.
Spoiler alert.
Was it what, did he die a horrible death?
I mean, it wasn't pleasant.
Did he?
Kind of.
Oh my God.
Look, what are you asking for the spoilers of this movie for?
Sorry. Because it's based on a true story. It's
is.
easy to find out the facts.
It is.
And you like wrestling, so you know about
Love the Von Erichs. Yeah.
Poor Carrie. Rest in peace.
Texas Tornado in WWE.
Who's Texas Tornado?
Carrie Von Erich.
That's who he was. Wow, that's really sad.
The Von Erich story is incredible.
I'm
going to watch the Von Erich story. I don't have anything against it. I watch all the Shameless episodes.
Yeah.
He's great on Shameless. Lip.
Yeah.
Lip. Talk about rugged. Talk about bad boy.
I mean, he fucked more than any person I've ever seen on television. They had him in almost every season, almost every episode. He was banging and not making love. He was hardcore banging chicks.
Right.
I liked it.
Emmy Rossum did a lot of banging on that show too.
She did.
Yeah.
Boy, did she look good.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody from Shameless likes her anymore, though. I think they all there was a big falling out.
Oh, because she was
She was I'm the star kind of thing.
She went Millie Bobby Brown.
Who? Millie Bobby.
She went a little Millie Bobby Brown.
I had all the boys. She was never there. I've had all those boys repeated times from Stranger Things, and she never was there, and she always was in her own car doing her own press.
It must be nice. You know how many times the other boys showed up?
What?
11. Ironic.
I thought you were saying they showed up to you 11 times. I totally missed that for a second.
Nope.
Very funny.
Nope. I don't know if we've ever talked to
funny.
him.
She's hot too, though. She's beautiful.
Yeah, but she has a weird existence.
She does have a weird existence.
They put her on the sexiest people list when she's a kid.
Yeah, that was inappropriate. And she's going to be a Bon Jovi now. That's also very weird.
She's marrying Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi's son.
Oh. I thought she was it's my life.
Not John Bon Jovi.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
So, if your name was Bon Jovi, why would you name your kid John?
John Bon.
Bon. Yeah, don't you think about that when you're naming your child?
Well, Bon Jovi is an Italian name.
No, it's kind of like I knew somebody.
And John's a good Italian boy name.
I went to school with someone with the last name Rivette. Guess what they named their son? Brett Rivette. Rivette. Brett Rivette. Why would you do that?
No,
No.
I get that, but
I don't think he's even alive anymore, to be honest. So that
who? John Bon Jovi?
No, Brett Rivette.
Oh, shout out to Brett.
Shout out.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, but John Bon Jovi. That's a good name.
John Bon.
John Bon.
I don't like it.
Okay. Is
Bon Jovi the last? Yes, Bon Jovi.
But it's probably spelled like Giovi.
What?
I've known somebody whose name is Giovi.
Why did you say that?
Because that's how it's spelled. I've known one real Bon Jovi in real life.
That was his
and
last
it's
name.
Giovi. Giovi.
Oh, Giovi.
Bon Jovi. Right? Right. Right.
I don't know. Anyways, she's going to be a Bon Jovi. Millie Bon Jovi.
Millie Bobby Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby Bon Jovi.
And what if she chooses to do the hyphen, does Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi? That's that. Guess what? I could totally see her doing that.
Because it's difficult.
Right.
Because it's
just
difficult.
like her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. She said she's ready to leave Stranger Things.
Yeah,
you
I
see
saw
that?
that. I don't like that.
No.
I mean, it's honest. I get that. It's time.
We don't need it.
You don't need it.
Honestly. Can you imagine having a TV show that everybody's super passionate about and being like, yeah, I'm not passionate about that?
Yeah, that's messed up.
Like, what are you doing, dude?
I think it was probably taken out of
cool.
context. Don't be all uncool.
Just be cool.
Be cool.
Just be cool.
I'm sure she said it kind of like, listen, it's time. And then whoever's doing the interview turned it into she's done with this series kind of thing. Like, I mean, you want to go out on top. You don't want to be part of it. Like, and for her, she's
Oh, yeah. No, I was just thinking Stranger Things really isn't on top anymore.
No, it's still on top. Totally. This last season was one of the most insane things
bonkers.
ever. It was bonkers. It
was great.
Obsessed.
Yes.
Loved.
Yeah. Like to the point where if I was on that show, I'd be like, that's awesome.
Well, let's do it forever. Let's Saw 10 this shit. Let's just keep the
Exactly.
show going.
Just keep
forever.
it going. Keep it going, especially if you can end it. What's that Metallica song they used? Did they use Master of Puppets? It was one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what the guy that was like,
Who looks
Chrissy, wake up.
That guy's more handsome in the 80s, by the way.
Then in real life, yeah, he was hotter as that guy. He was so good. What was he in the Hellfire Club?
The Hellfire Club. That's a big Comic-Con look now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait,
that
did you
shirt.
do anything with Comic-Con this year?
No.
Do you ever?
I have.
Okay.
I go to San Diego for Comic-Con.
Okay, but the one here is kind of lame.
No, it's good. I
Okay.
just I wasn't booked. I come when called.
Ooh. You know, someone just said to me that this was ad week.
Yeah.
Did you get invited?
To ad week?
Yeah, so you can try to like get advertising like for your shows and podcasts.
No, I'm not doing that.
I felt left out that I wasn't invited.
What are you gonna get at? You like to get?
I mean, on maybe for this once this takes off,
Right.
maybe for Have Kids. They said my other podcast.
Yeah.
Just because I'm awesome in general.
Right. You love to get invited to places.
I want to be invited, even if I'd rather turn it down than not be thought of.
I get you. No, I don't like selling myself to people.
And that's what you'd have to do at something like this. You want them to come after you and be like, we want you.
Or hire like people who work in sales to like sell the show. Yeah, I don't like.
Right. You don't want to be like, hey, please use me.
Right. Yeah. Sam's got a show. Sam, tell him about your show.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's not your jam.
You can look it up.
Right. At that point, you
Look
go
it
in
up.
the other room.
Right. That's
and
exactly.
Put your feet up and watch television.
That's exactly. Yeah. Look, you can Google it. It's available like publicly.
I mean, it's easy. Just not Sam Roberts. Just
Whatever.
Google it. I won't be everywhere.
There's 100 shows.
Yeah.
Just find one.
Super Pops.
Super Pops.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big deal. So,
Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on Jeremy Allen White. I was really upset that you said that in the car earlier.
I wasn't insulting.
I felt like you were.
You're very invested in these celebrities.
I am very. I can't stop.
Stop what?
Like when that happened, I was going down a rabbit hole. Like, has he ever had an alcohol problem? Like, has there ever been anything that's said about this? Did anybody complain about him on set? Like when Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift came out last weekend, and it was like them holding hands. I was just analyzing every picture, zooming in, how he was holding her hand.
For what?
I don't know. It's a problem. I mean, and you know, my dreams often have these celebrities in them.
Yeah.
Like I'll have sex dreams about them. I had a sex dream about you once. Do you remember?
Of course I remember.
And I walked in and I was like, oh my God, I can't look at you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was awesome.
But it was just the one time.
But it was just the one time.
That's actually a real disappointing. That was
Sorry
a while
about
back. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why I'm invested.
You have sex dreams about celebrities?
I have had many.
Like, what's the last one? Or a recent one?
Drew. Well, I had one about Drew Taggart from the Chainsmokers. Don't know why. It's not like
know.
there's two guys. They're in the Chainsmokers.
Oh, okay. One of them.
Yes, one of them. I didn't fuck. I was not in a threesome
With the Chainsmokers? Okay.
I mean, that
maybe
would have
you
probably
are.
made more sense.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Or sometimes like I'm like a groupie and I'm like on the road with them. I don't know.
Like Kate Hudson in Almost Famous?
Kind of.
Right. You'd be like the queen groupie.
I would hope so.
I would like to think that would be you.
Yeah.
Because you
don't-
take a leadership role.
But don't you get invested a little bit in the stories? Like we sit here and we talk about some of the stories.
No.
No, you wouldn't go down a rabbit hole
Well, no, 'cause
analyzing a handhold.
No, I'm interested in like how come so many comedians lie? Like I think that's interesting. But like but like the idea of like, and you know who they're dating? I'm like, it's probably bullshit anyway.
Yeah, like I think about like what do they do when they get home? Like what do they look like in bed? Like, you know, you picture them having sex.
Like you want to see them on Naked Attraction.
What's naked? Oh yes, I do.
The naked dating show.
Oh, yes, the fucking show. Yeah.
I don't really. But you know from meeting people, like when you meet people, it's like so vastly different.
Yeah.
From what is like in the nonsense, like
I don't know what it is.
newspaper, the tabloids and stuff.
I feel like I know them. I feel like they know me. I feel like
they know you.
I feel
That's
like
some real. extra stalker stuff.
I mean, I don't actually do the stalking. I do the silent stalking. I'm not like showing up at their house, but I do feel very. I need answers.
You're connected.
I'll look up like their friend if I see a picture in like on Instagram them with a friend, and I go in with the friend and I try to follow their Instagram and see if I can find information and put the clues together to create the story I'm trying to find. I'm sick.
You're an internet investigator, but
A
of
little.
like friendships,
And relationships,
romantic relationships. Do you talk to people about this?
What do you mean? Like to a therapist?
I mean, I was trying to be polite.
I do have therapy. Do you know I have therapy every day? Or not every day, every week after we do the Satisfying podcast?
What do you even have to say? I feel like you got it all out.
I do, right?
Yeah.
I'm all set.
Do you talk to your therapist about celebrities?
No, maybe I should.
Yeah. Did you hear?
Yeah.
No, but do you have friends that you like?
That I talk about this with? Yeah, because I have some friends that are equally like nuts, like me.
And you go, oh, did
Like-
you see what this person was doing?
Like when the whole I seem to have lost an ear. Oh, there we go.
Your ear?
Oh, not my ear, the sound.
Oh.
Like remember the whole Vanderpump Rules thing that went on, like the Scandoval? I'm sure you want
I know Scandoval.
Okay. It was like I couldn't stop consuming the content. I couldn't stop.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. You
I
really
know
don't.
Vanderpump
Okay.
is a huge show.
Yes.
I know Scandoval.
Right.
Right. And that's named after one of the guys.
Tom Sandoval.
Tom Sandoval, because he was on a reality show
Oh, you watching that show?
where they have to do like.
Special Ops or
Yeah,
something?
no, I don't watch that. I would though.
Yeah.
I would. I haven't gotten around. I got a lot of things going on.
He was like living with this girl, dating her for like 9 years. They had a house together. They were freezing her eggs. And then he went and just started fucking her best friend for like a year or two.
And that
Behind her back,
happened in life or on the show?
Both.
Why
Both.
did?
Why would you do that? It's horrible.
But why did they? Why didn't he not? Why did he put it on the show?
I don't think it was meant to be on the show, but his girlfriend found some things, and then it turned out on the show because she went apeshit.
On the show.
Yeah, I don't think this was ever meant to. This was one of those where like the producers got lucky and it all
Oh, you do.
unfolded.
So you think this is real?
Oh, I know it's real.
Okay.
I did a lot.
I believe you. I'm not.
investigation.
I'm
okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm not.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
not
real.
being skeptical. I'm genuinely asking.
Lives were ruined over
Really?
Scandoval.
Tom's scandals?
No, just Sandoval.
Tom Sandoval's?
Tom Scandal.
Hey, Tommy Scandal!
Yes, Tommy Scans.
Tommy Scandal's over here! Tom Sandoval's life was ruined?
It's pretty fucked.
Now he's in
So
Special
is-
Forces?
So was the other girl, the girl that he cheated with. She went to like a mental
Oh, because she was,
institution for-
but now she was never supposed to be on TV. Or was she a TV character?
she forced herself onto that show a little bit.
After the cheating?
No, she was. but-
What?
yeah, she was a character.
So he was cheating on his girl with somebody who also was on the show?
This is so not in the news anymore. It's making me laugh to talk about it. But
I
okay.
never heard about
I
this.
know. It's not
Because
your
like I would
shit.
like sit there and like read the first line. I'm like, I
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
For what?
I mean, the president was talking. I mean, the president is. I mean, that's a whole other story. But the president was talking about Scandoval. Everybody knew about Scandoval.
Was he talking to a flag about it?
He's talking to his shoe.
You watch the Scandoval show, Mr. President? That's
Did
a
you
flag.
see that he had a little cheat sheet card?
Who did?
Oh, President Biden he's sitting there and someone slow-moed it. So he's holding this little card and then he's kind of playing with the card and it flips over and it's like, step 1, walk in and greet. You didn't see this? Step 1, walk in and greet so-and-so. Walk towards this place, sit here. And it's step by step, the instructions of what to do. It was really sad and he should not have accidentally flipped it over so the camera could see it.
That's a bummer.
It is such a
He
bummer.
forgets steps though, so that's okay.
What?
He forgets certain steps.
Yeah.
Like he might have forgotten step 2.
He also forgets steps that he's walking up and down.
That's true. I mean, he fell off a park bike. What are you gonna do?
It's not good for our country.
That guy cheated on his girl that was on the show with somebody else that was also on the show.
Best friends. And in their house that they had together. So this is even worse. So she goes away because her grandma died and her dog died.
The wife.
The longtime girlfriend.
Right.
She leaves to go out of town because they died. And then the girl comes over, bangs Scandies.
But no cameras were there.
Not for the banging part.
Not for the banging part, because that's
No.
porn.
That would be porn. I don't think Bravo would put something like that on.
So they're going, Bravo Andy's leaving, like at this time, come over then.
You correct.
I see. And then Bravo Andy's like, I know what happened.
Yeah.
I know. And then they're like,
Why you only call him Bravo Andy?
that's because that's all I know.
His name's Andy.
Bravo Andy.
It's not Bravo Andy. It's just Andy. Is his like Instagram name Bravo Andy?
He's somewhere they call him Bravo Andy.
Okay, I think he's just Andy, but you can call him Bravo Andy. if you
Bravo
want.
Andy.
Sure.
I see him every day. He's right across the
he
hall.
is.
I
He's
go,
right
hey,
next.
Bravo Andy.
He's right next to you. He is.
Yeah.
He always pretends he doesn't know who any of us are.
He
And I'm
knows
like,
who I
we're
am.
way. You think so?
100%.
Why do you think he knows who you are?
He probably watches A&E all the time. So
I think he's probably watching Bravo all the time.
no,
Bravo,
dude, he's
Andy.
over it. He does it. He
No.
makes Bravo. Well, he doesn't make Bravo anymore. He just hosts on Bravo now,
So
right?
good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So are they gonna?
It's coming back. They're taping the girl.
There's a whole industry of oversharing, isn't there?
Yeah.
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 Like they're like, oh, we'll make a whole bunch of money if we overshare. Nobody ever goes, we're gonna ruin all our lives, right?
Yeah, but also, yeah, I'm sure not. But also, people like media is consuming all of this like that. Like it's like,
Well, it's like the Jada and Will stuff.
tell her to shut the fuck up.
I don't care.
I'm done.
Stop saying things.
Stop talking. Also, you're on a book tour. If you're on a book tour, I'm trying to. I don't even need to read the book anymore. See the book. I don't even need to read the book anymore. You've shared all of the most absurd things ever from the book.
Hopefully, can you imagine what else is in that book?
Poor Will. I mean,
but then Will is nuts. First of all, Will is still assaulting people at award shows, so let's not.
God.
And he said, what did he say? That like sometimes after you're with somebody for a long time, you develop an emotional numbness
Yeah.
that you don't consider
Right.
their feelings anymore.
Right. That sounds like him. He also.
Yeah, I've been with my wife for such a long time. I
And
think about how she feels all the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do things to besmirch her.
Besmirch.
Right.
Yeah. Also, someone literally before we sat down just texted me something that went on Twix, and it said, that another thing she overshared with, that she and Will built a beautiful sex room, aka
Sex
dungeon,
room?
a red room of
Sex.
pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jada and Will built a sex room?
I mean, she said she built it for them. I'm sure.
But
not
who'd
with
she
her-
use it for?
Also true. I mean,
Right.
I mean,
August?
was Tupac still alive when her and Will got together?
I think he was alive.
Do you see that meme that's circulating? That's like Suge Knight driving, Tupac in the passenger seat, and it's so good.
Jada's head popping up.
Yeah,
I saw it.
just down there.
Yeah. I was talking about Sam Roberts
Just
now.
keep Tupac out. Your
I have a
mouth.
theory. I don't think it was Diddy that set up Keefy D to kill Tupac.
Well, who was it?
Will. I think so.
No, but that's why I need to know: was Tupac still alive when they were together?
Not for long.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Okay.
That's my theory.
It's an interesting theory.
I've presented all the evidence I have behind that theory already right now here to you.
Right. That's all the evidence that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You just think that.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
Do you have a better idea?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I
so-
don't think about it often.
Ha yeah, that's what... Well, listen. I hope that you've been as invested in this show as Nicole is and all the celebrities.
We are sick.
We are.
We are.
We are.
Sick,
we are.
sick folks.
We got some things to deal with.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're along for the ride. Don't forget, we're moving over. If you haven't already, subscribe right now. You can subscribe to this channel, but most importantly, subscribe to the Satisfying Podcast channel, youtube.com/@satisfyingpod. Matter of fact, we'll put up a graphic right in the middle of the screen so you can see it. YouTube @satisfyingpod. Instagram @satisfyingpodcast. Facebook @satisfyingpodcast. TikTok @satisfyingpodcast. And Twix
And Twix.
@satisfyingpod. I would have put Satisfying Podcast for Twix too, but there's a certain number of characters. You can't
Right.
put.
Okay. So that's all we got.
Yeah.
All right. We're cool.
Satisfying Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And yes, youtube.com/@satisfyingpod. Go there.
I think they get it.
subscribe to that channel.
I think they know what's happening.
The first official episode of Satisfying
I'm nervous.
is next week
I'm so excited.
on the Satisfying channel. Be there or be square.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just came up with that.
I think you did.
I'm going to trademark that.
Love you, mean it.
That's our thing. We'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody.